Hello, how you doing? That's the dive masters. How you doing? Hope you're doing great. The cat image. Did you fix the cat image issue? Yeah, I did. I did do something on that. So let's take a look at it. So if I added something in, there's so many things I'm seeing that I need to fix now. Like if I come here now and I click here, by default it's showing no items. It should be doing rolling, but that's by the way. So we're asking if I fix the cat image. Yes. So you can't see the cat yet until you are signed on. So I have to sign in to be able to see the cat. That's the requirement I did on the system. So I might do otherwise later. So this is what is available on the cat. I don't know which part you were talking about. No, but if you click right here, you see that the cat is empty. But if you now go to add some stuff to the cart, you can see that the value is updating. I have 3 things in the cart now, and when I do this, I'm supposed to be seeing it. So that was where I stopped the last time. I'm having a bug on this page, so that's where I am. So one of the issue why I was having this bug is because I'm doing local versus remote updates, but I'll get to fix that. Okay, let's go ahead and continue in where I stopped. I wanted to be able to view what I did in the cart. Oh, okay. You say you wanted to share the solution to me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, image dot, yeah, 0. Yeah, I figured it out later. I think did I do it offline or online? Yeah, I later figured it out. That was so crazy. Yeah, this is it here. This stuff. Thank you. Because the image stuff, I was loading it as an array, not just image like that. Thanks for that. So let me move forward. So this one that shows not available, I need to fix it. Like for example, if I go to a place, it's showing no product available. I don't like what is showing there. Even though when it's trying to append for a product to load, it's supposed to say loading instead of saying no product available. Because I discovered that if I come here, if you take a look, you have to be very quick. So if I come here that has products, it will say not available, even though it was loading the product. So I need to fix that. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So here this is where I say no, nothing available, but I'm checking things that I'm not supposed to be checking, right? What I'm supposed to check is, I think there's something that handles loading, because I'm checking if there's products. Let me see how the item is coming back. So I'm using, okay, definitely I'm not using this one. This is to re-navigate. So I have something that actually check if the product is loading. That's supposed to handle that effect for me. But for some reason, it's going down to go and get this. Because this is supposed to check for product is loading. So I have this hook that I created to actually go and get products. So if the product is loading, it will be loaded here. If there's an error, it will be captured here. So I need to do something here, because this product is also loading by category or subcategory. It's either the product is the category is available or subcategory is available. So I think I'm gonna do this. If the product is available, return it, else say it's not available. Except if I wanted to check for loading state here. And then if it has finished loading, do something. But let me check. I don't know why this time just keep sending me away out of. I need to check this recurrent error that keep coming up. So this is authenticating the user. That's not what the problem is coming from. Yes, this is the thing I just deleted was what was causing that issue. Because this product has to be existing before you can come here. I don't know if this will help me, but that way it means it will still go to loading. It will go to where I don't want it to go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To still go to loading. Even if this helped me fix the issue. Okay, I know what to do. think I figured it out. So problem is coming from my used products. I'm not returning the right thing. So now that I'm returning the right thing, it's okay. But I just want to make this a full screen. The loading should have like a full screen is equal to true. So let me give that a try. I already uploaded this one. Yeah, so I like that effect better. Okay, let me move on to the next thing. I think that has to be with the error I was getting for my cats. That's where I am now. Let's track down that error on the cats issue. So let me log in. So on click, for some reason we are getting error. Yes, we are getting error here. So we need to track down what the error is. So yeah, that's to address the issue about the image. We are still having some issue like that on the image. So it boils down to this place. Is it image or images? Let me even see what I wrote there. Okay, it's images. It's supposed to be S here. And yeah, that should be it. But let me make sure I have all the things. So we have 0, we have tag, and then we have URL. So that should fix that. Then we need to relog in again because I'm not saving it in the server yet. What else do we need to? I hope that sorts that out. Let's give it a try. Nobody has told me this song playing. Who knows where I got that song from? So it's showing, but obviously our image is too big. So we need to play around with our image here and decide on what we want to do. We could do fluid. So that's fluid for you, but ain't satisfied with something like this. I think we might need to be more specific on the height. $100 is not bad. Let's see what 100 result to be. 100. Let's add more items and see how dynamic it is. Yeah, so we'll have 5 items of this. Okay, so I was dreaming about this. I think we should have 2 columns, right? Like rows and column. So this should be, and I need to structure this very well now. This is the entire thing. There's something like cat item. I want to do rows and column. Rows and column. So each of the item will be a row, will be a column. So we'll have a row like so. So the item will feature here, which will be column, and I'll have 2 of the columns. So one should be 6 like this. This is what I'm trying to achieve. But obviously I'm still changing some things to this. I could use fluid, or rather I can use, what's that again? Flex. But I think this is better. I think let me use flex. Let me use flex for this and tell it what to do. Name price. So I want image to be on the left and the image and price, or image on the left, the quantity, price, and everything should be on the right and the control. So that's what I want to be here, as opposed to just like this. So I'm going to remove what do you guys think? This is better than what we have before. So I have this. Let me look at what I need to adjust. When you do something like this, it's not, is it okay? Let me do 120. 120. Okay. What else do I need to adjust? I don't need to specify. The price can just be there. I need to be able to, do I need to describe the item more here? I have all the item details, by the way. Let me say this can be okay. So the item description goes in there. I think description should be more of it than the name, because at this point you have to be explicit again, and I think it's too big. I think it's too, the font is too much. I can do font size. Let's see what 2 is. 4, 5. Let me check 6 out. Okay. So in terms of the controlling, plus or minus, I need to stretch it out a little bit. It's too tiny. It's too tiny. But before I go there, I want to see if I'm okay with this. The pricing. Okay. We need to stress on the pricing more. Price needs to be bold. Then I think quantity as well needs to be bold. Where is the quantity guy again? Yeah, there you go. I need to do something about the formatting of the currency, because of the part of the world where I am not using that value. I'm using my own currency. So I have this guy to help me format it. There's a function I create for formatting, and it already does that. So I have to import that guy first before I made use of it. There's it here, format. I hope we're in the right location. I know it's gonna do that. So let's go and look for it. Utility. Nah. Is this supposed to be finance? Yep. Okay. So we have it as a function like so. Then I won't need to provide the dollar anymore. Okay, I have that formatted for me. The next point is my button here. They are too tiny, so we need to do something about them. I want it to okay, let's make them big a little bit. Is the gap okay? Okay, that's fair enough for that. PX, let's do 4. Okay, let me implement that for the other one. The content is very small. Okay, this says small here. Let me see what the default value will look like. You guys should suggest what I should do. Suggest what I should add to this. I think it's kind of cool, but I don't like the color. It looks too basic. Let me see what happens to warning. Nah, I think I'll just leave it on secondary. Okay, the next thing is to see, of course, the add event and remove event. I've not tested it, so this will be the first time for me to test it and see if it works. But you also need to have like a total at the bottom, like the total of the cards. So how do we render that? We need to, okay, we had that template built from what we did before. Hey, total price dot fix. What language JXS is from? This is JXS now. This is React. This is React. Total item. So we didn't bring in the price for some reason. So we need to go to the provider. We need to bring in the price. Hook. Where is the provider guy? Yep. So the price was not in. That's why that error popped out. Now we have the provider. There's also another function that we didn't bring out, which is clear cat. Okay, so for some reason it has cleared all the things we did because for some reason. Okay, let's go back and simulate our stuff again. Okay, so we have this. Now that's the problem when you have something like this, when you have big images like this. So we need to find a way to balance that product. I know this is CSS stuff. Let me see what I have here. So let me say contain. So yeah, contain fixed it. So if you use contain, you get to have that effect, and I think it's pretty cool. But of course, we also need to be able to assume the height of what we're doing here. That will help you with this. So the height, typical height is not bad like this. So you can set the minimum and maximum heights to help with. But there are some cases where your text will be like much. So let me see what 200 looks like. Of course, I'm not going to use 200. I just want to have like a speculation. I specify 2000. So this is like 200. Is AI is killing creativity? That's for laptop. People like you must be treasured, because AI is not killing creativity. By the way, I'm using AI. As I'm doing this, I'm also doing AI. AI is helping as well. I'm using AI. So I won't kind of delude people that I'm working without AI. I use AI to do a couple of things that I need to do. AI is supposed to be a tool to help you. And by the way, you should ask yourself, why is AI not, driving our cars by now? Why is AI not driving our cars by now? I need to put the weight. The weight is not working the way I want it to work. The weight is not working the way I want it to work. I want this to be like so. I think that will be under this guy. This one here. I need to now style the weight. There's nobody that is not using AI at this age, at this age and time. So I can say 140px. Let me see what this will do. I need a fixed width. I don't like it that is doing it like so. I need a fixed width. I need a fixed width. So while I'm trying to get the fixed width to work, I will check our bottom part here. We need to format this, and okay, then I guess it should be on the right hand side. I think it should be in the middle. Yeah, then that button should be properly worked on. Hey, I'm happy there's still people like you. What industry are you in? Laptop. What industry are you in? Laptop. Why do you call yourself laptop? That's interesting. BTN. Do I need to make this large? Okay. So, but I think this should be a fixed thing at the bottom anyway. But I will come to that later. I think it should be fixed at the bottom. Okay, so I have my fixed stuff at the right hand side. So I want to have this at the footer. So I think this should be at the bottom so that this price can be at the right, then ClearCut can be somewhere at the bottom left here, you know, and let's have that done. And these shopping cart details should be in the center or extreme right or something. Total item 2. Can you show some of the AI you are using to add your code, please? So this is what I'm using. I'm using this guy, as you can see. So I can just put it here. So once I need it, I will just bring it up so that you guys will see what I'm doing. So this is the stuff that it has given me. So most times it generates some results that, you know, might not be what you are looking at. So it's left to you to be able to, yeah, if you want to be my student, send me a DM. Send me a DM. So you might generate some results that might not, that will be, you know, something that you're not looking at having. Like this now is not what I'm looking for, right? This is not what I'm looking for at all. So you should also be able to understand what it has generated and be able to edit it. So for now, I don't want to spend too much time here to edit the results that I have. I'll just go ahead with this and continue. Normally I'm supposed to be able to put this one at the bottom. In fact, maybe I should do it because there are advantages and disadvantages of doing that. So, but before I do it, there's something that came to my mind. I think this distance is too much. Is it me? It was set as 140. Let me see what 120 will do. Okay, I think 140 is just right. Okay, so let me fix the header part, shopping cart. So this should be centered. And I don't know if I should label the item, total item. This will wipe out everything I've done. Okay, it's kept it. Okay. This can also stay here. Okay, so error. I'm not supposed to refresh. Oh, I introduced something that was not supposed to be there. So I want to put that guy at the bottom. No, I've not done this one. I want the list to be long, so I want to add several things to my cart. I want it to be a long list. I have 9 stuffs on my cart already now. So let's go ahead and see what we have. So this is my list of items. So I want this item, this one to be at the bottom. I could just use some quick hack. Is there something called fixed? Okay, fixed at the bottom. So fixed at the bottom actually did something. The item is at the bottom. That is who is responsible for that now? That's what's the word now? Bootstrap is the one that is responsible for that. But I want to put it in its own section, like so. I don't know if I styled anything called this section. Okay, so I want it to have its own background. Can I see? Let's see what black would do. For now, let's play with black so that we can see what's going on. So, but the issue with this is that you can't scroll and see the last item. You can do that by providing more, making sure that you can view that information by increasing this part here to say, I think padding bottom 5. Is it increasing? Yeah, it's increasing what we can see, but it's not enough. So what you can do is better for us to hack it from here than hacking it from here. So let's get closer to what we are doing from here. Let me see style. Padding, I think it should be, let me try margin top. Margin top, let's do 400 pixels. So it's not working. Padding top. Okay, so of course I got the opposite results. I'm guessing we're supposed to add it to this one that I just ignored. So it should be bottom. Okay, so that's the extra space that I want to give. So the space you are trying to give here must match this space here. So our footer should not be more than 200 pixels or thereabouts. So, or 100. So you can see that it matches perfectly. That's our last item. So let's go back and continue what we are doing here. And I want this to be like a flex kind of a thing. Before I do that, let me put all the text to be white so that we can see what we are doing. And do you want to put it in a container-ish view? Yeah. Why in a container, by the way? The whole thing is in a container, but because we are having this fixed to the bottom, it's kind of make it start from the beginning. So I will remove the container we have here, put it outside, and bring another container inside that this guy is going to dominate over. Why do you have to do that? Okay, so it needs a global container like this. Okay, good enough. It didn't wipe out what we want to do, but I'm not still getting the vibe of what I want. So so it's totally useless. What we went to go and do was useless. I would need to use another method, so which is using this one to create that space I want here and here. But before I start worrying about the space, I want to make sure that I want to use flex. Should I use flex? Or let me just use roll and column. Let me just use roll and column. So I have this in a row. So I have this guy future in one of the column and the button in the other column. So it gives me this feature. Now the advantage of using flex and what have you is that you can do alignments easily. You can easily do alignments and what have you, align to the center, justify, blah 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 blah. That's the benefits of that one that you have here. Of course, we've messed up with the alignment of this one. That's why we have that feature there. Okay, so we have this like so. If you want this one, I think it's the other way around. I wanted the button to be in an awkward position while the information should be on the right, because you literally will not be clearing your cards just like that. Then you want to create, where should I add my padding? Should I add it totally in everything? Yeah, let me add it in everything. So let's say padding for 3. We have this view. Is that padding enough? Let's go for 4. Okay. So we can then move this guy to the right. Or there's no more right. Again, it's called end. Coming from Bootstrap. Bootstrap, what is that? Bootstrap 3. Start using Bootstrap at Bootstrap 3. Okay, just to make sure that you won't have to, this won't break whatever you're doing, you can actually ignore this and just say total. You can just figure it out and say, oh, that's the total price, if you want to. Something just came to my mind now. Let me make this guy span and give it text. Are we going to be using black? The text muted is not even showing. Why is it not showing? Why is text muted not showing? It is actually showing, but the color is very bad. How many kind of color do we have? Of course, I don't like the danger part there. The warning will be kind of not too good. The warning will not be that good. I don't want white. I want gray color. This is what I'm looking for, guys. This is what I'm looking for. Looks subtle and everything, but we don't have that color in the system. So I will need to, I don't want to be adding so many style like this. So let me call it text gray, which I will need to go and style, by the way. So there's nothing called text gray. We need to go and style text gray. Since it's going to be something universal, I can put it inside here. Now, what am I doing? Okay, now that's a thing. We can move on. So let's now test out other feature of the system, which is plus. We still have way long way to go. We've not still connected anything to the backend. This is still the client side. The only thing we've been able to connect to the backend is being able to log in and log out. The rest is still on the client side. So this plus is working, which is incredible. I've not tested it, so that's cool. It's working, and you can see the value keep adding, but this count is wrong. Item in a count. It's not as if it's wrong. It's counting uniqueness of the item, right? It's the uniqueness of the item, and the total item count itself. This is just quantity of what you've added. And the new stuff seems to be working, and the minus also works there. Obviously we need to have a delete button. So where should we feature our delete button? Of course, we should look at it somewhere totally out of reach like so here. So this guy needs to be in a kind of flex or in a row and column. I like using row and column. It's just way easy to show. So when it gets to 1, this is not working anymore, but that's fine. We need to find a way to delete. So how do we initiate the delete? I feel like this is not bold enough. Let me see. I feel like it's not stressed enough. Can we use icon instead? Instead of that, bootstrap icon plus. It feels like it's too tiny and I'm not getting to see what I'm doing. So instead, can we use it? Can you see this icon is way bolder, you know, than the ordinary thing we're supposed to do. So we can bring our images like so into here, and that can become a thing. I use bootstrap in the system, so I need to go and bring that in. That's inside. I need to go and look at the reference on how I brought it in. I used it inside layout or navigation. Where is that guy? You can see it on the top right corner of the screen. So that's under components here. So hey, oh okay, I didn't need to bring it. It's just work because I've, you know, introduced it in the entire part of the app. So that is the button, but it's not giving me the effect that I want. This one is having border. This one is having border. So let's search for So we have several plus we can use. I like this large plus. Let's give it a try. Let's give this large plus guy a try. I think it's kind of better than where we are coming from. This is what we are coming from, and side by side comparison, we could see that is different. I had to make it bold. Why this error? Oh, sorry. I hate when this error comes up. And now the problem is, how do you deal with minus this plus? So this is fairly good. This is fairly good. Do we have something for minus? But I wish we could get add to cat. That is plus and cat. But it will be too strenuous on the human eyes. Let me just go for the minus guy. So it's called -LG. -LG. We could just go for that. Okay, so way better. So I think we can deal with this way. It's still looking awkward, but I will let it pass. Let me remove this thing and see what happens. It's not aligning perfectly. This is the design man in me coming up now. There's so much space on the bottom, down on the top. Okay. Let me see what I can do. If there's nothing I can do, I'll leave it like that. Okay. Am I still having that effect? Okay, I will leave it like that, guys. Let's move on. This is nitpicking. Even though it's good to have everything set the way you want, but I need to deliver this job. So the next part I want to work on is this color. Are we okay with the red? Hey, this guy is not fixing to the bottom. It just tricked me. It tricked me like it was at the bottom. It was not at the bottom. So some CSS is not working the way we want it to be. So this fix to the bottom ain't working the way I want it to work. So let me see if I can override it, and if it's not working, I'll just leave it. So we have position absolute. It should just be at the bottom like that. Then I have what is it called, top or bottom. Bottom 0. Bottom 0. Absolute, no, fixed. Okay, yep. So that is 1 with 100. That is 2. Then okay, that is not the reaction or what I'm expecting it to do, but I'm coming. We fixed the edges. Let me see what happens to the right. Okay, leave the red guy alone. Okay, so the problem now is, I think this is having an effect on it. Let me be sure. Okay. Okay, I'll leave this for now, so that we don't spend the whole day here. I'll leave this for now, but ideally it should stay. So this is still the same thing as saying fixed bottom. This, what I just did here, is the same thing, because that's the same experience I'm getting. It's still not fixing to the bottom, and I'm guessing it's because it's already fixed on the top, fixed at the bottom. Sticky. Is it supposed to be sticky bottom? Yeah, nah, it's not sticky bottom, but let me check. It's not supposed to go away, but let me maintain fixed at the top. Later I will come back and fix that bit. Okay, I was trying to check out adding delete button to our cart, but are we okay with the black color? think the black color is okay. So we have our plus here, and the whole thing is inside the flex. So this one should handle the delete button. I think we should look at times. Is there anything like times? So I'm looking for delete. So it's XLG. So this should not be the same, should not be in the same area as this guy. So this should be justifying between. That's gone away. Around. Nah. You've only. The answer should be between, but why is it not working? Okay, yeah, it is working. It's actually just too far apart. So this is it. Because I was wondering, it should be between here. So we have another problem. This should not happen. Scroll should not be allowed. So something has gone wrong with our templating from the top. So at what point did you decide to allow scroll, horizontal scroll? So let me investigate what's going on here. So you can see that it's swiggled to one part. That's this one. Something is wrong with this. We have two fluid. Okay, there are two different things. This is the hair section. This is the section. How did this guy goes to increase in length beyond the required scope? Okay, I got you. So we go to, I don't know, I don't need you guys. Bottom, the flex. I don't need you guys. Am I using this flex guy? Stats history. So this is the details. I think my mouse was zoomed in by default. I guess that's why. The screen was zoomed in because when you zoom something like this, it creates its own scroll effect. But when you're at 100%, it stays straight. So I was zoomed in a little bit. I think that's what created that effect. Now we are good to go. was seeing some crazy thing going on. Oh, okay, that's the grow that I removed. Okay, so it has fixed that. Okay. I need to also address. Yeah, let's move on. This needs to be splitted up by doing something like, you can do the same, you can repeat the same thing here, but if you are getting confused right now, you can just instead do a spacing in between them. Okay, so we have a delete button which we've not added anything to it, but you can make the delete explicit so that it will, you know, fill in some of the space here, because this space is too much. Which one should come first? See this writing or the delete? Delete. Then you can add, you can say something here as well. Then you can remove them when the screen is getting too small. You can remove them, but I won't do all those things. When your screen is getting too small, you can remove the text to just leave only the icons. Those are going to details into development. But I will just go ahead and put my comments there. Remove, add, delete. Okay, but this will have a different color. And I can call this danger. Yep. We love addition, so I can call this success. We want you to buy stuff. We don't want you to remove stuff from your cart. Come on now. Just add. Keep adding. Don't remove. Okay, so where are we now? We need to implement the delete button. So let's see where the delete guy is supposed to come from. Let's see the implementation of delete item. So this is remove item. Remove item is removing an individual item. Remove. Let me go and see the implementation and see. I need to remove. I just saw something now. I need to remove this one. No need to console log anything. So let's look for the provider. Where is the provider guy? Provider. So declare item, remove item. Remove item, just remove the quantity. Okay, no, it doesn't do that alone. If you do not provide the ID, I think it just delete the item. Okay. So if item exists, do it. I want to delete it entirely. Okay. So I want it to I want to add new new function. So this is remove item. We have clear, is to clear everything. Then I just request for the system to do delete for me so that we can delete. Remove item is different from delete item. Delete item is like, I'm not interested in buying this product anymore. So of course, this is where I'm generating my code. So I'm generating my, some of you guys are like wondering, why am I pausing? So I got my code here and I can implement. So let's go ahead. So this is the new thing we just added, delete item. And this is the function. This is what thing is to delete the item. Okay. So now I need to make my new function available in where I need it, which is here. This is the implementation. So I go to where I want to make that delete item work, which is here. And of course it accepts this parameter. Let's make sure the item ID to delete so that it can remove it entirely from the cart. Your cart is empty. I need this to be like in the middle. Then there's no time to be putting funny, I won't say funny, like images as like your cart is empty. But let me just do that right now. Let me show something, guys. Let me show you something. Where do I get all my images from? There's this site. Okay, story set. So because you get to a point whereby you need to show images, you need to show stuffs. So let me see if I have empty carts. There's nothing like that. So let's look for carts. Oh, this cart doesn't make sense. This is the only one that is looking like it. Nah. Nope. I don't like all this one. So let me go with what I have. Now this is when you're trying to empty something. I think I'm looking like something like the above. Yep, something like this should be it. But you can also still fine tune it. Luckily it's using my color, the theme of my color, but you can really enforce your color. You can really enforce your color. Where is that my color background? Let me just pick the color from the app. So this is the theme color. And you could enforce it to what you are bringing in and put it here. So that's the color it's using. Am I good with everything I'm seeing? You could actually say you don't want some things to show, or you want to change the way some of the stuffs are being presented. I think I like the footer, the character definitely, the plant, yeah, make it look homely, detailed. So you can have your SVG or PNG. I like using SVG. SVG is way smaller. That's the advantages and disadvantages. So I have my SVG there. Of course, everything should be lowercase. Then let's make use of it. So once our cart is empty, sure, there's a lot I need to do in terms of bringing images in to make the app more fun and what have you, which I've not done. So I've worked on the error formats and what have you. Now, how do we bring this guy in? Very simple. So instead of my cart is empty here, yeah, I will still tell them my cart is empty or their cart is empty. Do I show the picture first? IMG SRC. Then I go to empty carts. Okay, we have this. This looks more better, right? This makes it more interesting to look at. So if you are looking at this from your phone, this will be well appreciated. Of course, we need to fix this big stuff coming up. You could use image fluid. Will still not work the way I want it to work because it will go ahead and stretch it all up. But you could put it in a container. Even though it's container fluid already, because that's why it's going AWOL, you could fix it to a particular size. Should I go maximum width? So you can use maximum width to be, so that way if it's going to stretch, it won't stretch beyond that. So you can see that it's not stretching anyhow anymore. Then this should not be highlighted too much. Now, in fact, let's make it normal text. The cart is empty. Okay, so this is looking way better. Let's see where we stop. We've done this. Okay, we want to test our delete if it's working. Delete is not responding. I just click delete now and it's not responding. So let's go and check what the heaven is going on. So delete item not responding. Is it showing an error? I think I'm console logging something I'm not supposed to be console logging. Make sure you clear all your console log. There's so many console log. So, of course, I also need to do warning, but I won't have time to be doing warning message because we have to now look for a team to help us with that. Let me look for the delete and see what's going on the delete part. Hello, how are you doing, Nova? What's up with you? I was trying to do something I actually forgot. Okay, my keyboard stopped working. Yeah. So we're going to do delete. The delete looks as if it's not catching up. So okay, so deleting is getting to this part, which is okay. Then I started a website using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, but I want to convert. That's Nova talking. You want to convert. So go ahead. What was the question here? So this part is not deleting anything for some reason. First of all, let me check if Clear is working. So Clear is working. clear worked perfectly, but the delete did not work. What the heaven just happened here? This is a bug. Oh. I need to fix this bug before I move on. I'll fix that bug later, but let me quickly check what is going on here. What can you use to convert it? I don't have an idea. I don't have an idea what you can use to convert. I started the website using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, but I want to convert it to React. I don't have an idea what you can use to convert it. I've not done something like that. Most times I just do it myself. This thing generated for me is not working. So let's debug the issue. Okay, this item is not coming out. Okay, this is coming as an object, not item ID. This is the item itself. So if we have 9 of this and we just delete it once, it should just go. So, but we need to put 1 into the deletion. We need to put 1 into deletion. So if I delete this now, it should just say no item is available anymore. Boom. But there needs to be like a caution Do I want to do that now? Let me see if I can add that one into it, and then let's go home. Let's go add some stuff. So we could actually add one in here. But I will do toast notification later. So if you go here, say, are you sure you want to remove from your cart? So instead of just removing like that, but this one doesn't need notification. But if you're about to delete something like this, so this kind of thing should happen. So I just put that confirmation here, and if true, it executes. Pretty simple. This 5,000, and we didn't do total of item. Each one, what's each one of the item costs? Total costs this. There's always so many things to add to the system. So we didn't add 9 times 5. This time this. We didn't add that at all. Okay, I think I'm pretty okay with what I'm seeing here. I can move on to the next thing. The next thing is making sure that I'm about to load more items. I'm not gonna do favorite item for now. I'm not gonna implement this guy. This is gonna take forever to implement, guys. I got my Mortina here. I feel like taking Mortina right now. I have 35 items. I think I should fix this 35 that's going here. I don't know if I should fix it, because okay, I should say there should be a new this should be like a unique items. So this one should be like total items and total unique items. So fix this. So I should have fix this. Add total unique items. Then fix this. Add total unique items. Then what should now be total items should be okay. Add total unique item. This should be total item. This should be total. So that should run that for me, and I will have one line item here. So that's what I'll be pushing, because the total items is, you know, plus the quantity. So I need to also be able to highlight uniqueness, like this, a unique item. So it should be 3 items in the cart, not what it's doing for me now. So I'm trusting you that you're going to fix it correctly. So I have this. I will go to where I need to put it, which is I need it under where? I need it under here where I say total unique items. So I'm gonna bring it in and assume that it's gonna be correct. It's supposed to be 3. So it did correct it, it's correct. So we can see it up there as 3. Then I need to correct this one. This one is being used in the cards page. Then I'm going to bring it here. And it's way easy to implement that, you guys think. I will just come to, where do I need that one? Before I said it's empty. I think, do I even need to do this? I think I can use cat length. I think I can use this. But this one will also capture. I think I can use that. So I can just use cat length. So I can go and remove that implementation actually. I don't think I need this implementation. So here I can say I'm bringing in cards and just make use of the cat length. Then if I want to remove the implementation in the provider, so in fact that's what it did here. It just returned this. But the advantage of using this is that you don't need to import the cat itself to make use of it. Well, I don't think it's a big deal. I think I'm good. So this is better. You know you have 3 items, even though deep down there are, each of them contains different quantity. So there should be an interface to capture that separately. There should be another form, but in your cart, you know you have 3. But I will check how other sites handle this to see what's the best practice. Okay, what other part do I need to worry about? No products. I need to deal with that as well. Okay, so I need to do more stuffs. At the point of I need to add cards to when I need to do add to cards when a detail is shown like this. Then I need to do the loading. Notice that it didn't show loading. It's supposed to show loading. Loading was not shown. So which part is this? Let's go to product details. So I need to make sure that this guy is giving me what I need to see. I thought as much. It's not giving me what I want. So problem is from here. So it should be loading now. So you have to open your eyes very, very fast. So you saw that loading effect came to be. Yep. So we need to fix, or we need to do add to carts because this is not working at the moment. So how do we add to carts now? We use, of course, use carts. Where do we have it? Okay. Then we want to I think once you've gotten all this one, you can do it from here. If you succeed to this point. I think we only need add item. I don't want it to cook. I want us to put it at the top. Okay, fair enough. So add item. That is on click. This should be the button that does the trick. But I have to convert this to a button. I don't like the anchor idea. So the item is the product. So it has changed my view. This is not the way I want it to show. I want it to take up the whole page. So let me go back to my anchor. Is there a reason why you don't want it like that? Okay, I'll just leave it like this. So let's give it a try. So did it add it? So I have to go to look for something that is not there before, or remove all these ones so that we can actually see what's going on. So let's clear our cards and go to product details. Then we have that one, it added it. Okay, but this is not doing multiple addition, which is strange. Okay, it's doing, but we can't see it. 11 quantity. So, but we need to know, again, on click here, we need to go back to the details. When I click here, I need to be able to go back to the product details. When I click on this, I need to jump that back here. So, but I need to be able to track right here, to track number of quantity that I'm adding to the cart. So how do I do that now? So where do I put it? I think I need to put this on the left hand side. That needs to be on the left hand side. Then the quantity needed, quantity would then show here that I have in my cart. Something in my cart needs to be here. Why is my backlit keyboard not coming up? So the price in my cart should be here. I should have 0 in my cart. Then that cart should be like an icon. Five in my 0 in my cards. This should end. This is not necessary. Okay, then this should be kind of a bold. So that we can then have the quantity of this item that I have. How can I get the that's interesting. So I want to be able to get an item, quantity of an item that I have. So I need to get the cart then. This then becomes I need to get specific So I need to be able to get the specific item in the cart. So I need to find find the cart item, product ID, product quantity becomes whatever is here. So currently I have 0. Now I have 1, 2 in my cart, 5. I have, so I want to make it like a story. I have 0 of this item in my cart. Is that story not too long? And I think I should make this very, very explicitly stated. Or I think the better way is to do, this one I'm doing is even too much. I could just do something different. Entirely different. Yeah. I could do a badge. But that would be so big. I need to make it so big then. It won't be this small. Bootstrap badge. Okay. This badge is not working the way I want it to work. It's supposed to be soup. Okay, so what I can do is, if it's 0, I can oh, okay, I think I remember what they normally do now. I think I get it now. I remember what normally comes in there. So I can have where I now have button. So let me go and look for the implementation of these parts. Add and remove. Yes, I have this one. Then I have add item, remove item. That's my use cards. Okay, so we're dealing with the product ID, product. So this time around, we are not adding this guy, but now in the middle, we have border. But we are now presented with the quantity, but of course we have to space the heaven out of it. Now that should be px. So I think I remember what normally goes in here. So that's what I was supposed to do. So even if you do like this, it keeps adding like this. So this needs to be pushed to the right, which it is, but it's not listening to me. So we use align. This is not going to. We use justify. Okay. So I think we should also use delete. There should also be delete. But I'm kind of not happy with the effects of the entire thing, but I can just leave it like this. This needs to be, is it increased enough? I think it's too big. I should reduce it a little bit. Where's that guy? I think it should be 3, because as it increases, it will stretch out that bit. So it's fair enough like that. Then what about if you really want to remove the item totally? There should be a delete button. Either we add it here or we add it here. And this will totally come up when the item is more than one. So once the item is more than one, that guy should come up. And how do you do that? You are wrapping it entirely inside this. If it is greater than 0. I don't need this guy anymore. This guy. Okay, so let's see the delete button at work as well. Delete. I'll just pick from this delete here. We need to import this. So we can remove because this place will be getting smaller now. We can actually remove that text for delete as well. That should be obvious. Then there needs to be like a space. Is it, what is even the gap safe? Is it gap? Okay, that was not what I was supposed to do. The gap was not for this guy. Okay, this was content justify end. I want there to be a space. So do I need to do this? I guess I didn't need that one. Margin starts. Okay, so I just use this method instead. I've not been monitoring my YouTube. I think someone dropped a comment in YouTube. Sorry, I didn't see that. I think they was asking what language was it. Someone has not yet told me the name of this song, where it featured. It featured in one anime movie or anime series. I've not gotten anybody to tell me what that anime movie was or series was. And see if many of you guys watch anime. I watch anime a lot anyway. Okay, so what else do we have? We've not tested this close. The ranking, please answer. What do you want me to answer? What was the question? Good evening. Good evening. What do you want me to answer? What's AOT? It's a web application, right? But of course, you're assuming that it will be used on the mobile phone. But you should be able to convert this to anything in the future. Wow, I love the way this guy just pops in. So if you cancel this, that should go off. Then once you add to carts, it becomes a thing that is available to you at your beck and call. So that becomes a thing. You can remove this and you see the 12, you go and meet the 12 inside here. And if you should remove this, and you should see it when you go and get, yeah, I need to click. That's a lot of work. I need to be able to click this and then it goes back to the item details. You should be able to, jump to the item details from wherever you are immediately, especially when you're looking at the item. 9. That's nice. That's nice. So let me fix this and I'll call it a day. I will take a break once I fix this one now. Let me wire this guy up. But it has a lot of requirements. I hope I'll be able to meet up with the requirements of being able to connect to the item details. Because for some reason, I need all these guys, which is a pain. I use it to build the endpoint or build the URL. So I need to be able to get all this guy back. Let's go ahead and see how that will work. But come to think about it, I think this should be a function inside this. I need to be able to turn this into a function that I can just use. Let me do something. I want to do something, guys. So I need to create a new. I need to do get item. I need to be able to get item, remove item, delete item. Then I need to actually be able to get item. That's a new stuff I want to do. So I don't need this. So literally this is what I'm doing. So I need to implement get item. So that I will be able to use it inside somewhere like this and get this item. So this is it here, get item. So I return the item this way, then I can decide that I want the quantity. Okay, so let's go ahead. And instead of me doing this, I will just say get item. So instead of me doing this, do I have the product yet? I don't think I need the cart anymore. but I will need to do a lot of things with that one. I will need to get the quantity out. I use the ID. Okay, so this guy is wasting my time, but I will leave this like so. I'll come back for the implementation. I need to sign off on today's job and move on to the next thing. Let me undo what I've done here. Yeah. Okay, so let me build and let me check what I've done so far. Let me check links. Think I'm good. Let me build. Yep, I can build all those nice stuffs and put it online. So guys, thank you for sticking around. So I'll be back again later tomorrow or tonight. See you guys later. That's all from me. Or before I go, let me push what I've done to the repository. Let's have that. Let's have that. Nah, not you. I said not you. Okay. So what changes did we make? What changes did we make? Well, made a lot of changes today. Yeah,